Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are doing a competition entry for Hannah Hart's art competition here on YouTube. That was a mouthful to say, but I got through it. Yeah, she announced this a while ago on YouTube and I really wanted to do it. Really wanted to get an entry in. I knew the deadline was coming up. I gave myself a good little while to come up with ideas and stuff, and now finally my entry is here. So yeah, I wanted to be happy with the piece coming out because so many times I leave something too late that I can't put my full effort into. That's not what I wanted for this. So I gave myself plenty of time. I put down a lot of ideas. I made sure I had everything down. I done color studies. I done everything, and I came out with something I'm really proud of. So I hope you guys like this. Please let me know down below what you think of it. I just love the fact that it's just so involved. There's so much going on in it. There's not a single piece of white page on it, so I'm so happy with it. Back to the actual idea. When she announced the theme of the competition, your worst fears, that is the theme of the competition. When she announced it, for some reason at the forefront of my head I had phobias, which isn't the theme of the competition, but I was gonna do something like me wrapped in chains and stuff, because if you don't know, I have I have a phobia of jewelry. And that's not to say that I hate all jewelry. Like, if you're wearing jewelry, no problem to you. As long as you don't force me to wear jewelry, I'm okay with you. And as long as you don't like openly suck on your necklace and stuff in front of me, because that just makes me feel nasty. Nails on a chalkboard for me, it's so nasty. And before you say it, I'm not the only one. I believe that Dodie here on YouTube has the same phobia. So yes, as I was saying, that isn't really a fear. It's more just me being weird. So I kind of steered clear of that. And then my next idea was to just write down all my fears and then go with my main one. I've had this fear since I was a kid, and ever since it was pointed out to me that I was an only child and I didn't have brothers and sisters, I've kind of been worried about the fact that when I grow up and my mom and dad are no longer here, touch wood, that is not for a very long time, but when they're no longer here, my friends and family are all busy with life and they have their own family, and if I don't get married and stuff, I won't have anyone which is terrifying to me. I'll be by myself. And another fear is that I'll lose my dog again. Now I know that's inevitable because dogs don't live as long as people, but it's a horrible thing to go through. So that's kind of what I put in here. I have myself as a very old person sitting in my little armchair in my house, and I have all the photos of my memories behind me, and I was going to draw them in, but I decided I wanted to represent it properly, so I put in actual photos. These are actual photos of my memories, actual photos of me and family and friends and my doggies, and I've like blurred out their faces, not only for their own privacy, so that in case they don't want to be in the video, that's fine with them, but because it's kind of to represent that they're not there anymore, that they're just not around, and I'm by myself, and they're still my memories. I still have them, but I don't have the physical representation of them there anymore. I'm sitting at the front, and the main thing is she's holding a lead, or I'm holding a lead, and I'm just very sad and lonely because clearly my doggy isn't there anymore. I've mentioned this before in a video. I lost a dog a year and a half ago now, so it was like not last November, the November before. She lived to a very old age. I got her when I was like 5. She passed away when she was 23. It was just really difficult, and I know sometimes people don't understand why I'm still upset about it, because even thinking about it now, I can feel myself welling up. But honestly, it's because she was like a sister to me. I had her so long. She was my friend when I didn't have friends around, you know? Deep breaths, Ivana. She was my friend and my sister and my family member, and she passed away. And she was very much a sibling for the fact that I didn't have siblings. And I know everyone is probably like, what are you complaining about? You're an only child, you get everything. You see, people think being an only child is all like amazing, and it's not really all it's cracked up to be. It can be quite lonely, so that's just, you know, so I had to put that in, like represent that. But I also have like my mom and dad in the background. I have bigger photos, little photos. They're all equally important to me, don't get me wrong, and if you're not on that wall behind me, doesn't mean I'm not scared of losing you, just I wasn't able to physically fit that many photos in the back. So, but yeah, that's basically my biggest fear is to be alone in my older age, or to die alone. And this video is gonna be so sad. That's it. I've heard so many horror stories of older people who've have just passed away in their homes and they haven't found them for like months afterwards because they didn't have family members or anything to check up on them. All these stories online of older people who just don't have any family members or friends, and yeah, they're really lovely stories where people on the internet band together and send them birthday cards and stuff, which is an amazing thing. It makes people feel so loved, but the thought of being alone scares me. So that's it, really, my biggest fear. I sketched out this piece on just a plain piece of printer paper. It took about a day to get the sketch perfect, and then I set it down on my light box and I sketched it out with a red colouring pencil. Now you see, that was a little bit of a mistake because I don't have a colour erase pencil or col erase pencil, whatever you call them. I did have a blue one after college, but it's gone missing. I decided I wanted it in like a colour just so the watercolour could marry to it a little bit more, and just, you know, I wanted a softer kind of look on this one, but also quite vivid, and I knew I wanted to go over it with colouring pencil afterwards, so I thought it would be a good idea. But what nobody told me was that the watercolour doesn't really mix with the wax of the pencil, so it wasn't a very good idea. But still, I really love how this turned out. Then I traced it with the light box onto a piece of watercolour paper, went in with my watercolour. Afterwards, I have the pencil for details, and then finally for lines and stuff, just to really accentuate parts of the piece, her facial expression, stuff like that, her eyelashes, eyebrows, things like that. I went in with a brown fine liner and just kind of went over things. And then finally, at the very end, I scanned it all in, messed around with the settings a little bit just so it was as clear as could be. Sometimes I feel like things don't look as clear when I scan them in as they do actually in front of me, which is kind of strange. I feel like the printer picks up blotches and, you know, uneven colour way more than it actually is in real life. I could swear to you that this looks a lot smoother in real life, and even just looking at the video of me painting it, it does, the background colour and stuff, it's quite smoother than the printer makes it out to, or the scanner makes it out to be. I don't really know how to fix that. I'm working with what I got. Then I chose photos I wanted to put in of family members, friends, my doggies, my mom and dad and stuff, and I just messed around with it, and I did put all my family members and stuff in and not record it, just so I could blur out their faces and give them that bit of privacy, because it does represent the fact that they're not there, but also I wanted to give them that option of not being in the video if they didn't want to be in the video. So that's basically why I didn't record any of that, but I did leave in my mum and dad. He see me putting it in and cleaning up the edges and then blurring out their faces, and at the end I was actually quite happy, and it's quite a nice contrast in my opinion to have the actual photos behind you, because it's a little bit more striking, I suppose. I could, and I might try to draw in the actual photos myself in future dates just to, you know, mess around with it and stuff, but right now I'm quite happy with it. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I hope Holly likes this entry. I hope I'm quite rambly in this video. I know it's a little bit strange to talk about these things, you know, and yeah, that's it really. I hope you have a great day. Bye.